My name is Gary Spencer. I'm a solution architect here at New Relic, and I'm going to show you today how you can drop data coming into New Relic using NerdGraph. So we can put data drop rules in place using NerdGraph in New Relic to filter out any unimportant or low value data and to filter out any potentially sensitive data as well. It works by sending a mutation rule into our GraphQL API. And we can do it in this kind of format. So anything that we can query using NRQL, we can use it to apply a drop data or a drop attributes rule. And I'll show you how to do that. First of all, NerdGraph is what we call our implementation of the GraphQL API. So the example I'll walk you through is, first of all, I'm going to drop all of the data coming in from my Prometheus cluster, making its way to New Relic, and I'll also show you how to drop selectively some log messages as well. So here is my demo dashboard. So I've got some Prometheus data coming in from the node exporter and some Prometheus monitoring data itself. And if I look at the Prometheus Remote Write monitoring dashboard, I can actually get an idea of the large time series coming in using this. And using this widget in particular, I can see that the node exporter is sending me a large amount of metrics. Some of it might be metrics that I already have in New Relic infrastructure, and maybe I want to selectively drop some. In my example, I'll just go through dropping all of them. So first of all, I'll show you how you can run a query for any NRQL drop rules in your account. So we can use the point and click query builder going to api.newrelic.com/graphiql. And here in my account, I can see that I've got a couple of rules in place. One is drop attributes, which will remove datanerd@example.com. And I've got another one, which is to drop data, which is where the app name matches NR1 production. And we can see that we just have to give it some description. And we just have to give it some NRQL, and we can run this query within New Relic, and whatever data is returned, if we have an active data drop rule or drop attributes rule in place, that data will be dropped at the point that we ingest it. So my example is to, first of all, drop all of my Prometheus data. So I've got this NRQL that I prepared just a few moments ago. So if I copy that and just run it in the New Relic query builder, so I can look at the raw data, and this is metrics coming in. I can see that all of this data will be dropped from the moment that I put a rule in place here. So I'm happy with that. So I just click on this play button, and we make sure that we get some successes returned, and then we get back this information that the rule is in place. So if I run this query to list all of my rules again, I can see that I have this no more Prometheus data rule there. I'm also going to add another rule in place to selectively drop some log messages. So here, if I just go to my logs UI, I can see that I've got some logs coming in just from my local laptop here. So I have this attribute called my log judges. It's set to false and true a couple of times as well. So I just want to filter it out where this attribute is true. So all I have to do is press play on that. I'll just check this NRQL query is valid. Okay, fantastic. So I can see here all of the attributes attached to that event, and I can also check the opposite of this, so where this is false. So this is the data that I'll keep. So, so I'm happy with that, and I will press play on this query. And there we go, I have some successes back now. So I'll list this rule again, and here I can see this fourth rule is in place now. So I'm just going to send a few queries in to the log API, just so that we have some data to play with. So the time is 29 minutes past 11 right now. So we'll keep that in mind when we query, and I'll set this to true as well and send in a few of that event as well. So now if I come back to my Prometheus dashboards, I can see that the data is now being dropped since a few moments ago when I just put that rule in place. So this is completely dropping the data at our ingest point. So this isn't going to affect anything like my Grafana dashboards, and these are all still active, and these still have metrics coming in from the node exporter. And this is just at the New Relic point. So if I come in here and maybe if I want to remove one of my rules in place, all I have to do is have the rule ID. So if I open up logs and just check, so this was at 11:29 when I sent in those example ones, we can see that the mylog judges true has not made it in, but the mylog judges false has made it in, which is exactly what our rule was. So now if I take this rule ID for no more judgy logs, and if I delete that data drop rule, so now I should be able to send these log messages back in. So if I set this to true, they should now be accepted in the logs UI, and this change is immediate as well. So these queries still make it in if I have a rule in place anyway, because what happens is we evaluate if there is a rule, and then we selectively drop that data based on the rule that you've put in place. So if we go back to the logs UI now, check the latest logs coming in. So now I can see that I have this mylog judge is true, logs coming back in. And if I take out the data drop rule I put in place for Prometheus data, and I get successes back, and if I check these rules, I can see that I'm just back to my original 2, and in a moment I'll have my Prometheus data coming back in. So here we can see that it's already making its way back in, and as soon as Node Exporter runs again, I'm going to have some data points appearing here as well. So thanks for watching this Node Byte. There are links to the example queries and to the documentation in the description below. Thank you.